We're calling the next phase of our Building Fund campaign, Forging a Path of Faithfulness. And I realize that forging sounds like really hard work, like it's sweating it out or drilling deep or making a way. And maybe that's what it feels like, or what we've been up to over the last several years at Cross of Grace. But that hard work has produced some really great things for us. We've seen some amazing stuff, and we've had some amazing experiences as God's people here. And the reason we do all that is because when we've worked hard, when we've dug deep, when we've given well, we've seen some amazing things, and we've experienced some really great ways that God's alive and well among us in this place. And if you ask anyone who's been around here for very long, they'll tell you that all that hard work has also been a whole lot of fun. It's been really faithful, and it's been so worth it for us and for our congregation.
I think for most people, and especially for me, my journey with Christ is, of course, a personal one, and build your faith personally, but without the support of a group of like believers and a place to do that, and have that support, and engage in things that grow my faith, I don't think I would be where I am today. And Cross of Grace has been that place for me since 2000, where I have been part of growing the church, and the church in turn has grown my faith and has supported me. I think that's what the Building Fund helps do, is provide the place, the infrastructure, the building, where we can all find ways to grow in our faith and become better as people, as followers of Jesus, and go out into the world with that support that we get here. You know, it is a building, but I think without the building it would be more difficult. So I think supporting the Building Fund is just as critical as supporting all the other ministries and missions that we have here at Cross of Grace.
Forging a path of faithfulness means being a part of a loving community at Cross of Grace that enables us to be better stewards of God's grace in order to build a healthier and kinder future.
We've been coming to church here for over 10 years, and I brought this book that was our 10-year celebration, Decade of Grace, and I wanted to just call your attention to this picture right here. That's our three boys with shovels, and they were so excited about starting to build our new church. Forging a path may not just be like forging along. I feel like we're always improving, we're constantly changing, and always becoming new again. So I love that about Cross of Grace, how we do concentrate so much on grace, and that is what we're about. And more so than just this beautiful facility and building, what's really great, in my opinion, are the people. We clean the church ourselves. I feel like that gives us ownership, and we give. Ed and I give because it's really not our money. We're stewards of God's money and stewards of His earth, and it's a good thing for us to give. I love it that our family, our three boys, see that. We make that a priority, and that's what forging a path means to me.
And our building fund is never just about us, remember. We call this building a mission center because we gather here for fellowship and learning and worship so that we can be sent out into the world, emboldened and empowered to do God's mission in the world, whether it's in our homes, our schools, our work, or wherever else we're called. And when it comes to the money we give to the building fund, remember that 10% of it goes beyond our walls. From this 10%, over the years, we've given over $65,000 to our friends in Fondwa, Haiti, which they have used to rebuild their school, among other things. Our building fund tithe has also helped Pastor Terry Ditzler grow the ministry of Roots of Life, the new mission startup in Noblesville. They continue to gather people, worship regularly, and serve their community in all sorts of fun, creative, meaningful ways, thanks in part to the support we have been able to offer. Going forward, that kind of generosity will continue. We'll still give 10% of our building fund offerings away. This time, 5% will go to Fondwa as they continue to rebuild and support their community. Specifically, they have hopes of building a new health clinic for women and children nearby. And we'll give another 5% to Pastor Terry in the ministry of Roots of Life. And the point, the good news of all of this, is that as we work to pay off what we've built here in our little corner of God's kingdom, we are also faithfully and generously at work building the kingdom in other places, as nearby as Noblesville and as far off as Haiti.
This is the first time in my adult life that my two sisters and I have all attended the same church. And that gives us a very homey feeling. And when we come to Cross of Grace and do all the things that you do in your Christian lives, we celebrate, we worship, we attend baptisms, we mourn, we go to the parties that are here, and we celebrate the weddings of those people that are most dear to us. We realize that this building is as much of a home for us as our own home. So as we go through that process and we look at how we can contribute financially, it is always with a very happy heart that we do that. Last year I was fortunate enough to go to Fondwa to see where part of our building fund goes and to be a part of that mission trip and to see the school and the orphanage and all the people in the community there was truly impressive. And to see what that money does that we send over there is really life-changing.
I feel blessed, and that we have the room and the space now that we can accommodate our Sunrise Ministry class, and we're also able, to accommodate everybody with any kind of special need, wheelchairs, whatever, so that they can come. Because before we would have never been able to provide this class here for everyone. I've just really gotten to make a lot of friends, and their genuine love and smiles and hugs are the best, and in the selfish way, it makes my day.
So the other reason we're calling this Forging a Path of Faithfulness is because we want all of it to be grounded in prayer and reflection and thoughtfulness too. Of course, our prayer labyrinth reminds us of all of that, but it's not the only way or the only place or the only time that we can pray about any of these things. So give it a go. Please take some time to pray about what you can keep on doing and being and giving to the ministry that we share. Keep on praying about how God's using all of us and what will happen for us in the future when we let God use us. And pray most of all with grateful hearts for all the grace that God's poured into our lives through the work we share at Cross of Grace and for the way we can share that amazing love with the world around us.